Hey, welcome back to another Nioh video here, and this one is, I'm kind of going through my Backwave practice, and what I'd like to do is go to the first region, and under the Isle of Demons mission, there's a sub-mission called Death to Bandits, and there's only one yokai, and it's that one right there in this mission. The rest of them are all human, and you need all human opponents for Backwave I Tempest to work. It will not work on skeleton warriors. It won't work on yokai, so it's pretty much useless for them. But it's great for humanoid opponent, human bosses, shit like that, or human enemies. It works. I mean, it just absolutely destroys them, as you can see here. But it's pretty much useless other than that. And Tempest by itself, I've yet to actually get to pull that off. The opportunity really never presents itself. They got to be guarding and run out of ki at the exact moment you hit them. So yeah, good luck with that ever happening. But Backwave combined with Tempest, which is called Backwave II, that is a brutal combo set. So the reason I recommend learning it is because the bosses later in the game, once you get past, I think it's Yokiono, the Ice Queen bitch, I think they're pretty much all humanoid bosses from there. And yeah, you can hit them with this Backwave Tempest combination. You gotta time it to where they barely strike you, as you're gonna see coming up here. And then you hit a second tap on the button, about, I'd say around a half second, perform the Tempest, which drives them to the ground like that and kills them. Now the cool thing about this right here is if they're standing close enough and you pull off a Backwave, and then the Tempest sometimes switches to the other opponent that didn't hit you and drives them to the ground. Even better if they're standing really close when you drive them to the ground with Tempest. If you're standing really close when you drive them to the ground with Tempest, like that right there, and they're standing right next to them, guess what? The other opponent that's standing right next to him gets either killed or takes damage too. It's a pretty powerful technique. I like it for humanoid bosses, and of course I just like practicing with it. And this mission here is a sub-mission under Isle of Demon called Death to Bandits. And there's only one yokai, and you already seen him. He's in a cave, and the rest of them are all human, so really good practice level for Backwave Tempest practice. So it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it down, especially with the sword. It's pretty brutal, because what it does is, especially for like the humanoid bosses and stuff, once you hit the Backwave, drill them to the ground with Tempest, then just go behind them and quick roll them to death. It sets that whole thing up. You don't have to get lucky and drive them out of ki to get them on the ground to slash them to death with the quick draw technique. So Backwave, along with the quick draw technique, is extremely powerful. Revenants, especially swords, Sarigama, dual swords, they're really fast. You can't, if they're in low stance quick attacking you, you really can't. You're guessing at best when that attack's going to come out to try to counter it with Backwave. So I don't really recommend that. I just quick draw them to death as soon as they spawned. But if they're holding a spear, an axe, an adachi, something really slow, they tend to attack you with high stance. Yeah, it works pretty good for that. I don't really recommend it for the quick weapons. Hey, if you find this video useful, hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and at the end of the video you'll see there's a guy like that right there standing next to the boss. And when I drive, he attacks me, I backwave him, and then it switches to the boss. And when I drive him to the ground, that guy standing next to him gets killed because he's standing too close. His arm literally just falls off, so kind of neat. So later.
Yarına. Sun should be risen by now, should it not? What is that?
It is the prince. He is coming.
I used to think there were too many of you. Now there's nothing left.
Smash that like button and subscribe right now.
Cowboy.